Hello, Scorpio. This is a reading for 2023, and maybe a general reading, maybe a specific reading. Who knows? We're live streaming right now as well, so there are some people who are watching along as we're recording this reading. And if you're watching this on YouTube, this is something for you that is becoming a little bit of a tradition. So welcome back if you were here last year, and thanks so much for supporting the channel. We live stream on Twitch. It's the same name as the YouTube channel, Tarot Lady in a Church. Come check it out. Sometimes there are dull moments, and other times there are exciting moments. That's all I can say about the stream. 6 of Swords. In true Scorpio fashion, the 6 of Swords comes out as the first card to define a year. I don't know, the whole year, 2023, maybe I'm just giving you something that will resonate at some point. And you might think back to this reading and go, I remember this reading. And hopefully it helps. There's the 6 of Swords in reverse is talking to me right away. I've got the Fool on the bottom of the deck too, and that's kind of speaking to me as well. There's something about... it's the passerby energy. This is, it's funny, I was just talking about traffic police and stuff. This is about maybe seeing an accident or a tragedy or some kind of a unfortunate situation that someone else is in and being a passerby. In reverse, you would be in the passerby position here. You're just kind of maybe witnessing something from a distance. So this could be just a minute in your day, one day in 2023 when you drive by a car accident that you see or something like that. I don't know. There's something about being a witness, and maybe you're going to be like, I don't know. I was just talking about the legal system. So maybe you're a witness to something and you have to go to the next steps of that, go to court and be a witness to something. And it kind of seems like someone you don't really know. It's like you see something happening outside of your immediate environment, and it's kind of out there in the wild. And there's this what's that thing, like not being able to look away when you see something like that? They call it on the highway, they call it like rubbernecking or something, that you can't help but look, and it makes people drive slower past accidents than they need to. It aggravates the traffic. In the Page of Coins, you're giving testimony. The Moon. Yep. I'm really reading strongly for a certain person who's giving like testimony in a court as a witness to something. Or it could generally be like, what are you loyal to? Ooh. This is my moment. It's my opportunity to pay it forward. Anybody who's following live stream and following the way the readings went and the thing I said in between the two readings, this might resonate with you. But like you might recognize what I'm doing here. I don't know, I'm seeing it, and I'm seeing the opportunity, and it's resonating with a personal experience of mine, actually. I really wouldn't share the details of it, but you witness something from a distance to the point where, this is maybe just an analogy, but you witness something from a distance, like a car accident or, something happening. And now you're a witness and you're being asked to give your testimony, to shed some light on something that is generally kind of like you hold a mystery that is going to help them solve the crime or solve the mystery. Particularly in the context of like observing something that involves the police. there's this angel in a red robe, kind of like, what are you giving your testimony to? Who are you giving it to? And what is it for? Ask those questions. We like to say nobody's perfect. Well, neither are the police. And sometimes the police arrest people for wrong reasons. And if you're in a position to kind of observe that happening, and you have a sense that maybe that's going on, you're getting a message right now to take your power in your hands to do something with. I don't believe I would ever get a reading that says lie in court, but maybe you have a responsibility, or even like a sense, maybe you take on a sense of responsibility to kind of make sure that you're not helping the wrong that's going on in this situation. You might be obliged to help. Sometimes witnesses can be really obliged to, they're called in as a witness and you don't have an option of being one or not. You have to. Or maybe this is even like jury duty. You're a member of a jury and you're witnessing a trial and you see some discrimination in the way things went down that they don't point out. Use your power for things that make the world a better place. That's what I'm going to say. And then the cards are actually saying, just more generally, you have a choice to an extent of what you hand. It's almost like when you have a word, we were talking about the power of words. When you have a word, it has power. You have the floor for a minute here. What are you going to say? If it is something where you're a witness to something, it might be a matter of speaking up. You'd be surprised if you're called in by, like, for example, if you're called in by a I can't give legal advice, of course, and please don't take this as legal advice, but this is just a scenario. If you're called in by a prosecution to be a witness and to be a support to the prosecution, if you are under the impression that there was something wrong going on the behalf of the police, speak up. You'd be surprised at how quickly they'd drop you as a witness. And even though that might seem unfair, at the very least, you're not helping that cause. You're not helping to prove a case where it shouldn't be proven the way it's like being attempted to be proven. Your words have power, and even when you speak up and it feels disempowering, where somebody's taken your voice away, sometimes taking your voice out of a situation can actually be helpful to the situation. You might not understand quite yet how powerful you speaking up initially might be for the chain of events that happen after that. That's a very specific scenario, and I feel like if I'm reading that, it seems like maybe one of you is going to get into it, quite a literal situation like this, where you witness something happening and you're asked to be a witness in a court proceeding. Say how you feel. Speak up. It's important. You might not feel like your voice matters, but it does. So I guess that's an event, but more generally, I wonder, or where are we going with this? The moon. That's kind of more like I took that as the page of coins, and it's just more in the context of everything that we've been talking about for the past couple days on the stream. So take it for what it's worth for you. As a passerby, a witness. In the 5 of Swords. Yeah, see, I'm seeing like a police officer with a police dog. Queen of Wands, a witness, Three of Swords. Wow. I say you might not anticipate the power of your words. Like, and again, this Queen of Wands, it's somebody in authority holding a nightstick. Like, I'm seeing a lot of imagery of police, like a police dog, a nightstick. Somebody's going to regret. Like, your words have the power to change the course of things here. So, not to put pressure on you, Scorpio, but if anybody is going to change the world with a single piece of testimony, wouldn't it be a Scorpio? I like that the moon is here. It's very much in your vein of things. So you might already be somebody who kind of feels passionately about certain forms of justice, getting that real justice vein here. There's somebody who really regrets what they did. And it's only after your testimony that they are put in a position where they would regret it. Let me just get one more card for that, just to kind of confirm the line of thinking there. Temperance. Wow. So that's a reference to the past reading we just did for Virgo. You know what? This is so cool that this came out like this. I love the energy that's coming out here. It's almost like Scorpio takes a real kind of meaningful glance at something and is able to use that piece of information later. So the Scorpio energy is actually drawing from the Virgo reading and taking a story and taking it to the way next level. The story about temperance in the Virgo reading is about recognizing the position you're in and the effect that you can have on others from the position you're in, and recognizing that you sometimes don't know what you're doing. You sometimes don't know what you're saying. You sometimes don't know that you would later regret it, that kind of thing. And like there was this image of like the Four of Swords and somebody like regretting what they'd said earlier that day, or even a year later or 15 years later, still thinking about it before they go to bed. And there was this kind of suggestion to turn it into a mistake, like normalize mistakes by making mistakes the things that spark change. And Scorpio is here with this energy. You, Scorpio, you're going to do something big this year. This is as big as giving a certain piece of testimony that makes the difference between a certain act of, let's say, police brutality or discrimination, and turning it into something that sparks change in that organization. That's the type of big I'm reading about right now. Ooh, I just got tingles all over. Oh, that feels good. That's like, you know what? This is so, Scorpio is our leader this year. Scorpio, you're going to do investigate. No way. The word under, I just looked, the word under there is investigate. You're kidding me. An investigation. Scorpio does investigate. Investigative. Let me grab one more card for you here. I think that's pretty much it for the message. 5 of Coins. And now Scorpio is giving a little bit of dark humor. So Scorpio, I'm reading about you as if you're not even in the room. And I'm telling everybody else what your energy is about to do. That seems about right. This is the 5 of coins, and we got this kind of like, there's this like real sense of despair that happens in a time when there's not a lot, when you feel like you're in a slump or something like that. And it's almost like Scorpio is saying, oh yeah, I really need to improve my mood. Like, why would I do this? Why would I even, and like, it's more of a joke because of course you're going to do something. Of course you're going to speak up. Of course you're going to say something. You won't even have to think about it. It's going to be something that, and unfortunately, I don't mean to predict unfortunate incidents like this, but they're still going to happen in 2023. So, you are going to be a part of that change. Everybody in the world is going to be a part of that change in some way or another. And there's Scorpio just kind of making oh yeah, that's just what I need. Another complicated situation where I have to say something in order to make a big change in the world. Like, it's kind of like a self-loathing but hilarious version of self-loathing, where it's like, of course I'm going to do it, but I'm going to complain the whole time. Fine. Complain the whole time. Totally cool. We're okay with you, Scorpio, just as you are. We just need you to speak up this year. Everybody needs you. We all need you. We won't put pressure on you. You can hang out in your dark basements and stuff and do all the things that you do that we probably don't want to know about. But also, we're going to need you to speak up this year. You're going to make big waves. And I can already see this Queen of Wands here as an expression of power. You might not be taking the power that is taken away from this thing that you spark change with, but that power goes exactly where it should go. And how is that not the most fulfilling thing for a Scorpio, to be working in the dark and to never be found out? Work your magic, Scorpio. We need you. Thanks so much for watching the reading. And again, if you want to see more readings, or you want to check out the live stream, it's Tarot Lady in a Church. Same channel, or same name. It's just all Tarot Lady in a Church, all one word. Thanks so much again. Bye.